HORUS Entertainment. HORUS Entertainment were officially founded in 2016 after the merger of three big game studios in Vietnam named HORUS, Chart Entertainment and LeGiangAnh Studios. We are based in Hanoi and mainly focus on 3D games for mobile, especially MMO and esports games. So, as the game developer, we are also a game publisher. We collaborate quite closely with local and global partners such as game publishers, art networks, payment gateways, and game developers as well. So, why most game developers in Vietnam focus on casual games and local markets? With Testo, we found another way, a different approach and strategy to focus on mid-core online games such as MMO, FPS, or RPG games, and on both local and global markets. So the game from HORUS always had the global standard and can compete with top developers in other countries as well. So first of all, it's about the culture. Since the first successful games in Vietnam were Chinese RPG games, there were some games from Korea as well, but they were not successful and they couldn't compete with like Chinese game because the price, in terms of the price and in terms of the culture. Vietnamese tend to love like kung fu RPG game, the Chinese kung fu RPG game, more than like some Western style from Korean games. And like it happened for mobile games as well. Around 95% games in Vietnam are from China, like just except some like local casino games. And there are a group of gamers who play like global games as well, such as like some strategy games like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, or Summon Wars, or Lost Mobile game. But those numbers are not quite big, and they love RPG game from Korean game developers and publishers as well, like some game from Netmarble or GameView or Nation. And but this group has a very low conversion rate because in Vietnam there are around 2% people have credit cards. So for recent 4 years, mobile, especially LOL or like Dota 2, dominate PC games. And although but actually the PC games are going down in Vietnam already. PUBG from Bluehost is hottest game, PC game in Vietnam currently, and it dominates in every cyber game in Vietnam. Currently, the mobile Chinese kung fu RPG and strategy games seem like people don't love them as before. So the publisher they tend to find other genres such as like some mobile battle royale games, like some battle royale game from NetEase, or new one like PUBG Mobile from Tencent. And currently in Vietnam the biggest hit is like Valor from the Arena of Play. Valor from Garena is very popular and very like successful in Vietnam now. And there were many like local app stores in the past, but they are all dead or nearly dead because like Google Play and App Store is too easy to use now, and the people, they don't want to like jailbreak or to root their phones as before. Like 6 years ago, some high quality games, they were paid games, so you have to pay to play them. And Vietnamese, they can't like purchase the game, or they don't have the credit, they didn't have a credit card, so they have to jailbreak their phone and use the local app store to play the game. But nowadays most of the games just premium games, so users, they don't have to jailbreak their phone, and the policies of the phone manufacturers are very tricky. So for premium game, like before, they are own of the game use the local payment, but recently the publisher, they have to switch to the official payment from App Stores or Google Play, because the policy of those stores are more strict. They will ban the apps that use the local payment, and some publishers, they have to encourage their users to top up the game by website, and they are more and more educate the user to use the App Store official payments. So for Vietnamese gamer, they love, first of all, they love the genres. For example, some popular genre like Chinese kung fu game or manga. They especially love the famous IPs, some like Naruto or One Piece or Chinese kung fu game. And besides, the conversion rate is very high on strategy games, but currently there are not many good titles at the moment. And Vietnamese gamers, they don't have the high demand on the graphics quality, but it's still a plus, like an addition. So they are, but not only for Korean games game developers, but for all foreign game developers as well. Like in order to publish a new game in Vietnam, you must have the permission and the license from the government, and it's very hard to have those licenses even with local game publishers, and there is no foreign game developer or game publisher like having this license. So some developers, they choose to publish their games from outside Vietnam, and like they use the servers outside Vietnam. They publish from like Singapore or China or other countries, and only use some marketing channels in Vietnam, such as like Facebook and Google AdMob, or some ad networks, or YouTube. And the other developers, they set up their office here, but only for development side or for community like operation. And the most common way is like collaborating with a local game publisher. They will handle everything for you. So definitely the 3G and recent 4G costs are like more and more cheaper. Every people have a smartphone now in Vietnam, and although we are a poor country, like just ranks as 5th in terms of the economy in Southeast Asia, but in terms of the game market, we are kind of top 1. Besides, Vietnamese love games. Like for Korean games, they must be mobile RPG games. I love it personally. I love RPG games from Korean, and I think like they are the chance for all the genres, especially the game for females. There are some popular and successful titles at the moment in the target female gamers, but with the successful games such as Nikki Dress Up or some online casual games for female gamers, and even some casino games in Vietnam. The producer, like especially like VNG and Garena, they more and more extend their target segments to female one. Actually, the pet rate, the conversion rate of female gamers is even higher than male. Currently, there are many female gamers playing like arena or trailer every day in Vietnam. Besides, this market has less competition than the crowded Chinese RPG or strategy games over there. Personally, I strongly advise you to find a local partner. That partner could be like local producer, of course. There are many of them, but just be careful to choose the worst one. If you cannot reach the biggest ones, you can consider like to pick up the medium ones. I think they will love your game more. Or you can like work with a local game development team. If you either need to build a development team in Vietnam or you want to extend to see the Southeast Asia markets from Vietnam. In this case, you should consider to invest in like local game developers. Vietnamese game developers are not strong in terms of the game design, but the programming side is very good. Indeed, if you only need to advertise or marketing your game or just to build a local community, you can find some local marketing team, some like outsourcing team for marketing in Vietnam, or some like influencers in YouTube, like some live streamers. Like we are a self-published game developer, so we have a deep knowledge and experience in both local and global market. We can support like support on co-development or marketing and game operation. Besides, we have a good community team who can build a very strong game community. And we are also looking for a partner who publish our game in Korea, or even a strategic investor as well.